Hey everyone, good to see you guys again here with another conference tournament prediction video, the second to the last one. It is the Big 12 tournament starting today. I'm just going to say this right now. This could be a little explosive. I mean, you're looking at a competitive conference right here along with the Big 10. The Big 12's been a gauntlet for every team, it seems like. These teams have been beating each other up all year. I've been seeing some great competition in this conference overall, especially the teams in the middle seating here, like West Virginia, Texas Tech, Oklahoma State. They've been in some really memorable battles this season. But the number one seed, Baylor only has lost once this year. They are a very dangerous team. They have depth. They have speed. They play offense. They can play defense. They can do pretty much about everything. Baylor is going to be the favorite to win this tournament. Of course, you got second seeded Kansas. Kansas has played a lot better lately. They were in that close one against UTEP, but David McCormick really just was a machine on the court. But big news regarding Kansas. I think some people have forgotten this happened. I don't know. This recently came out, actually. David McCormick is going to miss the tournament because of COVID-19 protocols, along with guard Tristan and Aruna because of protocols. So, Kansas might be on upset alert, but Kansas still has Marcus Garrett, Agbaji, Christian Brown, but Kansas has struggled at times this year. Before they went on their hot streak towards the end there, I'm not sure how they're going to do it. I mean, if you're looking at a lower seed to make it to the Big 12 finals, Texas Tech and Oklahoma would be the two I'd look at. Oklahoma has skidded lately, but they've been in these tough, close games with Oklahoma State and Texas. Yeah, they had that loss to K-State. I think K-State had senior night that night. That was stupid. I still think that was a stupid game. I don't know. But Baylor's your one seed. Kansas is the two. Texas, 3-seed Texas, best season in a while. Shaka Smart's job has been saved. They gave him a multi-year extension. I feel like it's still a little too early to do that. I would have been like, okay, let's see what you could do through the tournament overall, because Texas has failed to get out of the first round of the NCAA tournament in the last 3 to 4 appearances. I would have waited, Texas. You could have not gotten super hyped about that. No, I'm not saying Shaka Smart's not a good coach. I'm just saying, though, I would have waited a little bit longer. I just think they're throwing money down the drain, and then Shaka's like, I don't know. Maybe I'm being nitpicky, but what I'm trying to say is that Texas, I feel like they need to win a couple games in this tournament. They need to at least get out of the first round of the NCAA tournament overall. West Virginia's the 4 seed. West Virginia's been a story this year. Offensively, they're much better, but they're deep. It's flop. West Virginia is usually a defensive team, but now they're more of an offensive team. I don't know, man. I mean, you got great scorers on their team. Miles McBride. Oh, geez. Really a good team you got there. Oklahoma State, Cade Cunningham is amazing. He did roll his ankle in their final game against West Virginia. They beat West Virginia. He is a day-to-day. I think he's playing on Friday, tomorrow. Texas Tech at times have looked really disappointing offensively, but their defense is the one thing that's got them together still. But Mac McClung is very, very good. He can really change the game in an instant. You also got Santos Silva on their team. Oklahoma, TCU, Kansas State, and then Iowa State to round out the field. Enough talking. Let's get to predictions. I got TCU over Kansas State. I have not liked Kansas State this year. They lost to a Division II school. Oklahoma over Iowa State. Don't even get me started on that. Iowa State did not win a single Big 12 conference game this year, but they have given some teams fits. Scary to think that that's an upset, potentially. I'm not even kidding either, with the skid Oklahoma's been on. But Oklahoma's got talent. They got Austin Reeves. That's a very serious team, potentially, still. You got to remember, like I said, this is a very, very gritty conference. God, I've been loving the competition in here. Baylor over TCU. I'm going to take West Virginia to beat Oklahoma State. I've loved Oklahoma State, but West Virginia has been so tough in these games. They don't quit. They don't quit at all. Same with Oklahoma State, but West Virginia, just get that feeling. You have to get that feeling of certain teams, like I talk about with Illinois, for instance. You know what? I'm going with an upset here because Oklahoma knows they need to get back on their groove. Kansas without McCormick is a big deal. I know they got their best defensive player, Marcus Garrett. They got Baji. They got different scorers. They got good rebounders. But Oklahoma's been tough to Kansas. Oklahoma knows how to disrupt their offense. They can do it. I think they can upset Kansas. Don't be shocked if this happens. I'm going to get some hate in the comments. I can already see this coming. People be like, well, Kansas. Well, I know I was harsh to Kansas earlier in the season. That's because they weren't doing as good. But I do respect Kansas, but it can happen. Some teams can go on a run. I also have another upset here. Texas Tech has had Texas's number. I just don't. Texas has been, I don't know what it is with Texas. It seems like their offense isn't completely there. They have a great team. Greg Brown, Coleman, Jericho Sims, Courtney Ramey. This is a great team, but offensively they have struggled at times. Defensively, they have struggled at times too. I'm having a hard time trusting Texas right now. I was so much higher on the Longhorns earlier in the season. I'm a little bit skeptical of them now, but I think they can win against Texas Tech. I think Texas Tech swept them, but Texas Tech, I don't know what it is. They've had Texas's number this year, and they could beat them a third time potentially. Baylor, West Virginia was possibly the game of the year, along with Michigan, Ohio State. I am so mad I missed that game. I had to miss it because I had work, but that was a tremendous game. That's what I was talking about with West Virginia. They don't give up. I don't know what it is with this team, but West Virginia doesn't quit. They don't quit at all. They will fight until the end. But I still got Baylor winning. Baylor, oh my gosh. I mean, how do you stop this team? Maceo T dropped 35 points on Texas Tech. 35! That just goes to show you Jared Butler isn't the only guy that could score on that team. Jonathan Tchatchoua, great defensive player. And I'm going with Oklahoma to the finals. I'm going to get flack for this. I know I could see it coming, but Texas Tech has swept Oklahoma. But Oklahoma, like I said, I feel something coming from them. I don't know what it is, but Oklahoma's got the talent. They can do it. They just need to find their groove. One upset will spark a run potentially, like with the one with Kansas. They'll get that momentum going. And Texas Tech has struggled offensively this year. Remember, I've talked about this before. They've had trouble shooting the three. I watched that game against Texas Tech and Oklahoma in mid-January. That was a defensive slug out. And Texas Tech just so happened to catch fire at the right time. I don't even know, drop. Oh, yeah, I do. What in the world? But I still got Baylor winning the Big 12 tournament. But I haven't really quite had a low seed run. This could happen here. I mean, it could happen to the other conferences too, but I figured why not make it happen in the Big 12. But with these conference tournament prediction videos, I wanted to mention this before. I'm not quite as serious with these because you just don't even know what's going to happen. So you might as well give it your best shot and predict it, and just see what happens. This is more or less, these videos are more or less, I just love doing predictions, why not? It's fun stuff. And the Big Ten is going to be so difficult. I'm going to get a lot of comments in the Big Ten one. I can already see that happening, but who cares? Because I love interacting with you guys. That's what makes this stuff so fun. You guys are the best. I can't wait to do the Big Ten video with you guys. Going to record out here soon. That is the final conference tournament prediction video coming up. I'll see you guys then.